So yesterday was interesting. Miners were up very strong. Metals were up average, not too much. Gold almost unchanged. Silver was up decently, but really the miners outperformed. It was strange. It's extremely rare that it happens to that degree. Dollar didn't really do much sideways, nothing day. You can see there it is, literally irrelevant day today. It's just the morning, so nothing's happened so far. So the DXY didn't do much. Yields, similar story. I mean, they rose a little bit, but nothing really crazy that would warrant a massive move in the miners. If anything, could probably say they should have gone down a little bit. So point is DXY and yields did nothing special. Gold, nothing special too. I guess that coincides with the dollar and yields. So nothing. Today it looks obviously it's just the morning, but I've said it before, bias to the upside. Let's see if we can test maybe close above 26, let's say 70, just to really confirm it. So this move up here would be really good. But the point is yesterday, nothing special, which runs in line with the rest of the assets we just looked at. Silver though, silver looks better. Silver had a nice day. Look at that. Bam. And it happens. You can have silver going up nicely, whilst the others haven't done much. Silver sometimes just wants to move up and it's oversold. Here, let's see if we can get all the way up here. 31.50, right? That would coincide with that 26.70. Let's see if we can get all the way up here. It definitely could happen. A close above it would indicate it's time to move, to above 32, 32.50, 33. But silver had a good day yesterday. Now the miners, this just stands out for me, and I think everyone noticed. The miners, it's a shame we didn't close at the high of day, but look at that big move. That's like one very nice day, right? So GDXJ up 3%, very good. I was looking for a recovery of yesterday's move, but we almost opened at the high of yesterday's move. Went all the way up here to 49, touched it perfectly on resistance, by the way. Close below it. Today, let's see if we can close above it. That's the key. Let's see if we can close above it. So GDXJ 49, but the resistance worked perfectly. SIL J, I mean, that was a bit too much of a move. I said that would take two very good days, but look where we were yesterday. We closed at absolute low support. So yesterday's move was very impressive, up 4%. Opened pretty much where we opened yesterday. So we recovered the whole thing straight away at the open, and then just from that was a low of day. From there, just went all the way up, started to test sort of the candles where we were up here, closed higher than GDXJ. So closed in the high of day today. I mean, let's see if we can tag let's see if we can tag 1240. Why not? So SILJ, very impressive, right? These are the juniors. So but GDX, similar stuff. Open at yesterday's open, so instant recovery, rose a lot and all the way up, and okay, didn't close a high day. Finally, SIL, the senior silvers. Look at that. Look at that standout. Now, I mentioned it was outperforming. It was impressive. We were near already resistance. Here we opened right above, like we completely cleared resistance. This is completely outperforming. Senior silvers. Up we go, clear, closing the high of day. Basically, I think we're going to be testing 39 today if the others are testing there, equivalent to this area over here. So, yeah, as GDXJ is testing this area today, or SILJ is testing this area over here today, which would take quite some doing. SIL, and this is really impressive. I don't really understand it. It's just senior silver miners, silver. And maybe this is an indication of what to expect for the metals. The miners have probably put in the bottom for the metals, and that might be what yesterday was about. Because I don't see any other reason. There was no specific stock that didn't. I mean, they all did amazing, but there's no specific stock that sort of led the whole group higher. Like Newmont would lead them lower. There was no news. It was just the sector wants to go up. It's been oversold, and it's just what I needed. It's just what we needed. I'll quickly run through it, and to be honest, why not? Newmont, not great. I mean, it was a good day yesterday, but up 1.5%, not great. But then again, look what happened the day before. It was retesting a double bottom, looking like it wanted to flush if there was any negative move in the general sector price. So this today, we got to get above 44. Even on a good day today, will be hard to close above 44, but I think it's getting all the help it can. So let's see what happens. But Newmont definitely still weak. Barrett Gold, okay. You can see the tail up here testing the other tails. We need another strong day to take us all the way up here to the mid 18s. Let's say we've got to really close 1850, get to the gap. Still relatively weak, but obviously not as weak as Newmont. Agnico Eagle, I mean, just amazing. It's actually stronger than SIL. This is the best stock, basically, best senior. And it was already flagging near the resistance, but like SIL. And look at that, just bam, straight through. Tested. This is why I have those little resistance levels. Tested this resistance level, little mini one, and closed at this one. These are kind of irrelevant levels. They're intraday levels, but it's nice to see them work too. Today, I mean, let's test 89. I don't know. I don't want to get too overconfident with today. There'll just probably be another up day if it's an up day. But really, Agnico Eagle, the next real resistance is 89, and it will take it out. I mean, it just will. Next is Pan American Silver, which to me is the most obvious representation of SIL. Now, SIL is outperforming Pan America, but I mean, Pan America was here testing, and I said, look, we're testing ascending. We've got this little horizontal here because it's testing the lows. But I was super confident in Pan America. It's also quite strong, and this ascending is strong. And yesterday was just really confirmation of that area of support. Today, let's see if we can test this 23.20. A close above 23.20 would be great. That takes us higher. But yesterday's move was fantastic. It's up 6%. It's a really good day. Wheaton, good. You can see already compared to some of the other seniors, this one's taken out its level. Next is 46.10. Let's close above 46.10. I think it's doable. Depends what kind of day we have. But Wheaton, decent, right? I mean, we're nowhere near the lows down here from the flush, which some of them are. So Wheaton, very good. Franco Nevada, I don't know. I can't say good. I can't say bad because we're testing the highs of where we've been the whole time. And compared to the ETFs, the GDXs, for example, it's outperforming the GDX just from a quick glance, I can tell. But it lost a lot of you know, of the move it did on that day. Like it gave up a lot of the high of day moves, but still, it closed where it opened yesterday. So that recovery is done. We need that move up to here now. We need 126. We've got to be finished with the 124s. Franco Nevada overall still good, but yesterday could have been better. Metalla, okay, okay. It didn't do that well compared to some of the others. I mean, up 1%. Nah, I'm sorry, that's not good enough. When you had a 3-4% move in the ETFs, Metalla is still weak. I think they had their earnings recently, which weren't great. So maybe that's why. I mean, obviously that's why. It just needs time to recover. But I think if the sector moves up, it's going to be forced to go higher. And then hopefully by next earnings, they're good and this will go straight above four again. First Majestic, fantastic, right? Given that yesterday we were down here making new lows, that's just what you needed. We open, which is why I said we do above six. And then the plan was to close above 630, and we did do that in one go. Today, the plan is to get above 660 because that's the next level. And remember, this one was weak before the sector was weak, so it was obvious it was going to come down. And now, to me, it's quite obvious that if the sector or the metal goes up, which it looks like it's doing, we'll be at 660 quickly, and we'll be in the mid sevens very quickly too. Hard to imagine right now, but I just feel it and see it. Fortuna, Jesus Christ, that is exact. I wanted the recovery of this flush because it was doing quite well compared to other mid-tier silver stocks. It just flushed on that drop in the metals. I want a recovery. What did it do? It absolutely overdid the recovery. Went all the way and tagged the resistance perfectly, by the way, and not just 5, but 504 where I had it. Closed below, but that's almost irrelevant on a big move like that, like 10% move. That's as good as closing above 5 to me. So next move is I'm happy with all my levels. I'm not changing my levels. You can see I'm just running through the charts quickly. Next move is 530, which will be strong yeah, obvious resistance. Um, because you've got two lines coinciding, the descending like medium term descending and kind of short term horizontal. So yeah, 530 is next. Very happy with everything there. Fortuna, amazing day yesterday. I think it was the best stock actually in out of the holdings I have. Next is CDE, always a close second, or usually overall the best stock for me. Perfect day, instant recovery, tested resistance again perfectly, closed pretty much a high of day. Next stop is $7. I think that'll be easy to take out on a very good day, and that's why this one's next. 720, the descending. Honestly, my resistance levels are perfect. Silver, SILV, sorry, a Silver Crest, just going to be copying CDE. This one has no descending. This one, yeah, no descending. I mean, that's not really going to be something to consider. Now, by the time you're testing this, you're testing the horizontal. This is actually relevant. Next stop for SILV is $12, but it's really going to be copying CDE. And I've got this chart because I own CDE, so CDE that concerns me the most, that interests me the most. It doesn't concern me. CDE is very good. Heckler, finally a good day. All of these days have been underperforming, generally speaking, the sector. It's been weak on the bounce. This was a good move, this bounce here, but that was because it was on very strong ascending support. And today we got the first very good day. Instant recovery, opened at yesterday's open, so the whole thing is negated. Touched and closed at resistance perfectly identified, but it's not obvious. I mean, it's not hard. Next move is the next level up here. Very obvious to me, right? It's also the most obvious level in the sort of medium term. You can see we've hit it many times. Pivot point 630, 630, 630, even the support 630. 630 is the next level of resistance. I think yesterday we pretty much took care of all of this level. We just need that little push higher to confirm it. So next move 630. You do need silver to perform quite well to do that, but I have a feeling we're going to do it. EXK off ascending support. I said I was very confident, even though we made new lows. It's a bit like First Majestic. Perfect day, bam. Completely took care of this. Now it really looks like support. I like it when it's obvious before the fact and even more obvious after the fact. You can see this was resistance 440. We sort of tested 435. So next move, we're going to go all the way up here. 460 is where I've got resistance. Next one is Mag Silver. Look at this. This one was stronger than its peers. It's in line with some of them, but this was relatively strong. Not like First Majestic and Fortuna and all that. No, not Fortuna. First Majestic and EXK that were hanging down here. It was kind of between the channel. Anyway, today, bam, tested resistance, breached it, but closed below it. It's cool. I think I'm very happy with this resistance, by the way. All my trend lines have been, if I can say it, just perfect. It's hard to nail so many. I think yesterday they really proved themselves with volume. Today, I'm looking for a move. Well, not today, but the next resistance is going to be up here for me. I got 1680. At least let's close above 16. Be nice to get that 16 handle. But Mag Silver looks good. Looks good. Next one, I think that one is an okay day, up 4%. But then again, I mean, look, yesterday we were at new lows because of the Colombian law that passed, I believe. We were on strong support, so I bought it actually on this drop, 366 something. Anyway, okay bounce. At least we didn't have another red day, but it's got a long way to go. It's got to fill the gap, then get to resistance. I could add another line here, of course. We've got the pre and the post gap. This will have a bit of resistance on the way, but yeah, it's still, at least we were up 4%. Okay day. Got a long way to go for obvious reasons. I am gold. Perfect again. Perfect on the resistance. Obvious anyway, but 575 touched it. We even hit, yeah, not 580, 575, closed just below it. Next stop, very obvious again, 590. That's achievable on an okay day. You don't even need a strong day. If there's a strong day, next move is 610, not even 6. And then, well, you can see what the levels are. They're all correct. I mean, I don't know. I just hit them all out of the park on the levels, which is nice. So I am gold, a very nice day, right? Up 5%, but it's strong and it wants to go high. You can see it, you can feel it, and you can clearly see it, to be honest. Next one, B2 gold. Touched yesterday's open close, gave up half its gains. Not the best day. B2 gold is not as strong as the others, up 1.5%. There aren't that many that were up 1%. You know, you got your Metalla, Newmont, and then here you've got B2 gold. These were the weakest ones. Look, if the metals keep going up, we will get B2 gold to get back above 295, basically get a three handle. It will happen. The good news is once you're there, once you're at the $3, there's not much to do to get to the next two levels. I mean, it's just clear skies until 325 and then 350. It looks like a far, far move away for now, but once you clear 295, the hardest part's over. But yeah, for now, still weak, to be honest. Equinox, beautiful. You could see it just sort of grinding sideways, waiting for that springboard. And for me, the key was 580. You can see the descending doing its job in terms of resistance. And I always said, you got to get out of the descending. It's the strongest resistance to break out of. It's the most bullish move. And really to confirm that you're out of it, take out the nearest horizontal, which is 580, which is what we did yesterday. We opened at yesterday's open. So already recovered everything, which is nice. It wasn't the biggest drop anyway. It bounced quite well. Took out 580, took out even the next candles here, right? 585, even went above 585, closed at 585. Point is, next stop 610 and then 650. Looks good, looks strong. And to be honest, it's been like that for a while. SSRM, amazing, right? It was losing a bit of its strength, even though it is pretty strong and outperforming a lot of the sector, especially after this drop. Amazing. Yesterday, resistance perfect, $6, obvious. Popped out ahead above it, closed at $6, right? I think it's five. Yeah, at $6. Next stop is 620, and then you got 650. Amazing. Finally, SBSW, that was strong yesterday when everything else was weak. Continuation. I thought we'd already take out 430 today. I think we yesterday. I think we will today, and then it's 450. Overall, very, very nice day. A lot of the stocks are doing very well. We need that little continuation to be a shame to ruin it now, but it's starting to look good again. And it was very profitable yesterday. So I didn't add on Monday because I'd already added in the area. I wish I had added, but I understand why I didn't. It's wise not to add twice in the same area, to be honest. But now let's look for some continuation. But the charts look very good now. Good luck.